We are the class of 2024.
We came here because we were ready for a change.
And along the way, we were also changed.
We have worked hard, accomplished our goals, and created a new path together.
I started working in a professional kitchen when I was 14 years old. By the time I turned 25, I made sous chef. By 30, I was an executive chef. But by the time I turned 40, I was all burned out.
I worked in marketing, but I was made for healthcare.
I come from a family of engineers, but I wanted to be a dual enrolled student because my older sibling did it. I have a lot of other interests, but I was able to narrow it down.
When I was in high school, I was an average student who found out about the Detroit Promise Scholarship. When I got to OCC, I was determined to do better.
I wanted to go into music at one point, but I ultimately decided on engineering. I still play piano at the student showcases though.
I love to write. My god sister is a journalist who inspired me. I wasn't sure if I could speak in front of people, but I was motivated to change.
When COVID hit, I lost my job and found the Michigan Reconnect program. It was a perfect fit for me and decided that I was going to go back to school and change my life.
I was fearful, and I knew I had to change that. So I had to challenge myself so that I could evolve.
During the pandemic, I had my son, so I took a short break from school to focus on him.
I was 13 years old when I started at OCC, and I was 2 feet shorter. It was a little bit intimidating taking classes with 20-year-olds, but it all worked out.
I'm the first person in my family to go to college, and since returning, taking classes was an adjustment.
I never knew how to be a student before. When I was in high school, I didn't care. I dropped out. When my graduating class graduated, I took my GED instead.
I was surrounded by people who were not interested in college, but it motivated me to continue to pursue my dreams.
I failed my nursing foundation class in the winter, and I couldn't return until fall. Such a huge setback for me.
I knuckled down and figured out how to use the remote learning system. I also realized it's okay to ask for help. I was a terrible math student, so I ended up visiting the math lab multiple days per week.
I had to learn how to juggle going to school, working full-time, and taking care of my son.
I used to work at Starbucks in the mornings, and then I would take night classes, so the espresso cook was pretty good. It was really difficult finding a balance between mental health and work, but I think I did it pretty well.
After failing my class, I lost my brother, and then my brother-in-law, and my aunt got cancer. I learned to compartmentalize and use the grief as motivation to push through.
I found out that I'm a pretty good writer. In my business program, I could sit down and hammer out a paper and get an A on it, and that's definitely something that I take pride in.
I overcame my fear of public speaking. I worked really hard to get on the dean's list, and I could do more than I thought.
As vice president of the Nurses Student Association, I had to learn to be a leader and use therapeutic communication, which were taught in nursing school.
I got involved. I was the vice president of Queer Pride Club, and I was an intern at the Adolescent Health Initiative, where I learned about others' experiences and needs. And I'm a busy bee.
Change is important, and if we want to see real progress, we need to hold ourselves accountable and set the example for those to follow.
Change starts with me. I want to set a precedent to pave the way and inspire others to pursue their dreams.
No matter what your interests are, you can achieve anything. I think of change in scientific terms as a catalyst. You have to be your own catalyst to make change.
Nothing can change unless we change ourselves. We are the ones that are going to make the change.
To my fellow graduates, I encourage you to keep embracing change.
We all learn how to overcome, and we are stronger on the other side.
Be proud of your accomplishments and keep challenging yourself.
Change starts with us, and it starts today.
We are the graduating class of 2024.
We've been tested amidst a world of change.
And we have emerged successful.
We are ready to change our neighborhoods, our community, and our world. We are the change.